This video is for all my friends and family, both my family by blood relatives, and my family through the faith, Churches of God, through the Messianic movement, Hebrew roots, whatever you want to call it, the family that we are in Yehoshua. The reason I'm doing this video, obviously you heard about what's going on with the pandemic situation, with the virus, but I don't want to talk about that too much. I want to talk about what you should all be doing in regards to the virus. I strongly urge you all, because I care about you. I really have nothing to gain from this. It's just advice, like helpful advice, loving advice, just from one human being to another, that I see the danger coming, and it's important that I don't ignore it and just, not tell anyone about it. So, that's what I've been doing, trying to share as much information as possible that is important, significant information. But this video is about preparation. So I strongly suggest, first of all, to please, please, please stock up on food, non-perishable foods, for at least 6 months, maybe even a year. So right now the shelves in your grocery stores are still full, still food available, but that may not be the case in months from now, or it may not always be there available. So personally, I'm on a plant-based diet. I stocked up on lots of rice, pasta, wheat, chickpeas, beans, canned vegetables, and fruit. So your needs might be different. You may need to stock up on, if you like meat, stock up on meat, canned fish, canned meats. If you have a medical condition, you'll want to stock up on medications now, medications that are necessary to your life, such as diabetic medication, etc. I'd also strongly urge you to prepare to self-quarantine. Quarantine yourself, your families, when things get really bad over here. They're already on lockdown in China. Most of China is under lockdown. At least half the population is on lockdown, forced quarantine. Japan is heading in that direction. We'll see Japan under lockdown very soon. India will follow, and Iran. We're already hearing reports of Iran. It's spreading there. So, it may get as bad as it is in China here, maybe even worse, perhaps. I'm not going to talk about masks. You can do your own research, but most places are sold out. But do check your Home Depots, places like that. You can find a really good mask. N95s they're okay, but you'll want to get the P100s. P100 will give you pretty good protection. It's supposed to filter out 99.9% of organic and vapors and things like that. You want to get eye protection too, because this virus is airborne. It does travel through the air. It can get into your eyes. It can get even into your ears too. So it's a good idea to have protective clothing that you can put on before you're leaving your house. like a hood or something. I mean, we haven't reached that point yet here, but I'm just saying, like, when it gets to that point, you're gonna have to prepare yourself for, in terms of the personal protection, personal protective equipment. This virus can also travel through ventilation ducts. So if you're living in an apartment building and you're self-quarantining, but there might be somebody in your building who has it, it's traveling through the air, through ventilation ducts. It's that crazy. Uh, last of all, I just want to say the most important thing, it's not the food, it's not the clothing and masks, it's about our relationships. Number one, our relationship with our Father in heaven. This is a call to repentance, to turn your life around. We have to love Him with everything that we are. And what does it mean to love Him? It means to obey His commandments. Jesus Christ, Yahushua himself said, if you love me, keep my commandments. That's how you prove that you love Him. The 10 commandments, the laws of God that are in the first 5 books of Moses, also known as the Torah in Hebrew. Secondly, we should love each other as you love yourself. Treat each other with kindness and forgive people of the mistakes they may make, even, past ones. Things they might have said or did to you that hurt you. Just let it go. Let it all go, all the grudges, and be at peace with one another. That's all I have to say about this at the moment. This is mainly just to prepare you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. This news just gets worse with each coming day. I wish I could be lighthearted and give you good news, but this is just out of the love in my heart for you, being my friend, my family. A lot of times we look at the past, like the Black Plague, the Spanish flu, hundreds of millions of people died in those. And we like to think to ourselves, that could never happen to me. Why not? Why couldn't it happen? It happened to them in the past. Why can't it happen to us now? And I'm not wishing this upon us. I don't want this to happen. Nobody wants this to happen. But we have to face up with reality. When this comes here, what are you going to do? Are you going to prepare or not be prepared? You have 2 choices. And how much will you prepare? That's all I have to say. May God be with you all. May Yahweh, Jehovah, however you want to call Him, may our Creator be with you. May He bless you and protect you. May He give you the wisdom to understand what I'm saying, that it'll get through. Because a lot of times, we believe a lot of what the news is saying, whereas they're not reporting the truth. And they're not doing that because they don't want to cause a panic. And why don't they want to cause a panic? Because if they did, everyone would be rushing to the grocery store all at the same time, and they'd run out of food. We're going to have a famine on our hands. That's why they're not telling you the truth. Because they don't think you can handle it. I have nothing to gain. I have nothing to lose. I'm just telling you the truth. This is the truth. Why is China on a lockdown? Why would they shut down their economy if it wasn't serious? This isn't just the flu. It's not just SARS. Look it up. It's a biological weapon. Anyway, I didn't want to get into that, but that's how serious it is. Have you seen the movie Contagion? It's like that, but it's a lot worse. And I just saw the movie yesterday. It was, at least in Contagion, it wasn't airborne. This is airborne. Travels through the air, whereas in Contagion it was just on fomites, on on objects, things like that. It's what you touched. Whereas this, it's what you breathe. You know, scientists have never seen anything like this before. It's spreading at a rate of every 2.4 days, the numbers are doubling in terms of numbers of infected. Okay, I don't want to keep going on. I could go on and on about this, but that's the main message there. Again, be safe and prepare yourself.